Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live session. Last day of trading week. Pretty excited to have this live session with all of you traders. Let's begin with first of all calendar to see what's happening later today, what's coming up. CAD and dollar news coming, core PCE price index on dollar and on CAD GDP. So two are very, very important news coming up later today. So we will be covering that in this live session. If you guys are excited to trade that, make sure you stick till the end. Not only trade, we will be also looking at the market. We'll be discussing about trading psychology. Also, we'll be discussing about, the birds is singing, cat down the road. There is a lot of discussion here, as well as we will also be discussing about the technical analysis, how the why there is no data. Can you hear me, guys? So now what we can see in this market is that this is the lower time frame price action. And in this market, we can see that this is a pretty important price action that we can see on XAUUSD. And if we closely look at, we can see that in this market, the price is strongly in a downtrend. And in this downtrend, if we closely look at, we can see the market was forming series of lower high in that area. And with that series of lower high formation, expecting XAUUSD to potentially drop down, break below, and then to create a new lower low. So this is the price action that we can see on XAUUSD. And with that price action, expecting for this market to potentially break below and then to create, as you can see, it's now has formed a structure here. That structure is quite important, as with that structure formation, the market might have a bounce here. And with that bounce, what we can see that on XAUUSD, the price potentially, this is a very important level here on XAUUSD. Now with that structure formation on XAUUSD, with this move here, structure expecting for the market, I think that we might see another liquidity grab here. And with that another liquidity grab, with this another liquidity grab, expecting for the market to potentially drop down and then to create a new lower low. So with that in mind, from the lower time frame price action, what we can expect for the market, that with this inverted head and shoulder formation here, lower time frame, we can see there was a drop and then bounce back up. So with that bounce on XAUUSD, currently lower time frame, we might see that potential trading opportunity in this market. So let's look at, first of all, to see how the price potentially doing, and based on that, we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. So let's see how the price might be doing. Now you can see that, guys, here this is a very important a trending market here, a drop pullback, another drop pullback, another drop pullback. So the market is forming series of lower high in that area, and with that series of lower high formation from that resistance line here, okay, so which is a very important level of resistance. And from that resistance line, if we closely look at, we can see that this is an important level of resistance channel here. And in that structure, what we can expect for the market after this pullback liquidity grab, expecting for the market again to trend towards the downside to create a new lower low. So let's look at in the market to find out what kind of trading opportunity we have in this market at the moment. And absolutely, we will try to find the best trade possible. And as you know, that the market is sometime might go completely opposite. So always it is good idea to keep a strict risk management plan, no matter how many trade winner or loser. For us, good morning, welcome, Halima. Coach, I'm the first attendance, just waiting. Welcome. Very good. Thank you for joining the live session. Good evening. Gold down. Yeah, we can see that this is what exactly expected. If you guys looked at our weekly forex forecast as well, this is what exactly expected in the weekly forex forecast. And with that weekly forex forecast and also the weekly analysis, this is what exactly expected in the analysis, and the market almost moving in that fashion, in that manner. And with that movement, what we can see that the price currently, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is the lower time frame price action here, and this is 30 minutes price action. Let's early today we had a trade on this one, a successful one, though a couple of pips, but in the VIP community we had trade on XAUUSD that early in London session. Now looking forward to have some more opportunity. Now, as you can see in this structure here, which is a pretty important structure on XAUUSD, and if we look at the daily price action here, now you can see this is the daily price action, and in the daily price action from this level, okay, you can see from this resistance line, the market dropped to that support here. And with that support, we can see the market is approaching that support level, which is very important level of support, expecting for the market in that zone here. With that drop to that support level, expecting for the price to drop again to create a new lower low. So looking at the 4-hour chart here, we can see in this lower time frame, the market is forming series of lower high in that area. And with that series of lower high formation, let's look at the 1-hour chart and also the lower time frame. Now looking at the 15 minutes perspective on XAUUSD, this is where we can see the market is this is a structure here, which is a very important structure formation on XAUUSD. And with that structure formation, okay, so what we can see, the market, there is a long wick doji, back to back, two important long wick doji formation here, followed by there is a narrow doji formation. And we can see the market after this couple of doji formation from this resistance line here. This is a very important level of resistance, expecting for the market to return, retest, and then to trend again to create a new lower low. So with that in mind, what we can see, that lower time frame price action here, this is very strong bearish price action in that area. And what we can expect on the lower time frame, looking at the 1-minute chart again, this is here is what we can see, that bearish price action here. And with that bearish price action, okay, so you can see the price multiple times, the price grab liquidity, drop. So we can see that multiple times the market grabbed liquidity and started to drop here. Therefore, this is a very important level of resistance here, which is a pretty important level of resistance. And in that resistance, okay, so what we can see, the market is from here, okay, so this is an impulse to the upside. And with that impulse, the price is in a pullback. And as let's look at again the daily chart again. I do look at daily price action, which is very important. Now, if we look at the daily price action, here is what we can see that in that daily market structure. If we look at this is the daily market structure here, and with that daily market structure, okay, so we can see that this is the daily level, okay. So and with that daily price action, all right, so we can see the market, this is a significant level of resistance here, okay, so which is very important level of resistance. And in that resistance, all right, so you can see the market from that resistance trying to break below, which might lead that price potentially back towards the downside to create a new lower low. So you can see this is a 1 minute bearish engulfer here. Now with that 1 minute bearish engulfer, okay, so the price again going to the 4-hour chart, the price tested this high, and after this retest we can see the market may retest here and then revert back again to the support level to create a new lower low. So that could be the situation on XAUUSD, and we can see that from here this is a big drop here followed by this pullback, and you can see another drop. The market is in another pullback now at the moment on XAUUSD, and with that candle formation in that area, expecting for the market to potentially drop down here and then to create a new lower low. So let's see how the price might be doing. Again, looking at the lower time frame here, looking at the 1 minute chart, and what we can see after multiple candle formation here, after multiple long week candle formation on XAUUSD, the market may potentially drop here to this support level. So expecting for the price to continue to drop here, as what we can see the market grabbing multiple liquidity from the top whenever it is reaching the resistance, dropping down, reaching the resistance, dropping down, and also reaching the resistance, dropping down. So the market is reaching the resistance and then coming down, where we can see the price in that situation, whenever the price approaching the resistance line, breaking below the support level, and in that situation the bias still for us towards the downside. Let's see how far it might be going, and waiting for an entry opportunity after strong liquidity grab. Good morning, welcome. So you see that downward pressure here. We will be entering as soon as we will find proper price action confirmation. That's all we need to see here in this market. Price action confirmation. Once we see the price action confirmation, we will be looking for entry in that market. Okay guys, so we can see the market is in fact in a pullback at the moment, and in that pullback what we can expect is that the price to grab a good amount of liquidity, which is very important to look at. If we see the market has grabbed liquidity, good amount of liquidity, that's where we can look for potential trading opportunity in this market. Okay, so let's see um, how the market is potentially doing here. And so this is where what we can see, that this is the this is the 1 minute chart on XAUUSD, and in that market, okay, so this is a resistance line here, and as the price is approaching that upside again, if we look at the 4-hour chart here, let's see, let's delete all those lines and then find out how the market might be doing. Now in that area we can see there is a long wick doji, another long wick, another doji, followed by bearish move here, followed by a pullback, and we can see the market potentially forming series of lower high in that area. Now with that series of lower high, okay, so we can see the market is forming series of lower high, and with that series of lower high formation, expecting for the market to break that high and then to return back again towards the downside to create a new lower low. So here we can see that the market in that area, when it is forming series of lower high, this is a pretty strong bearish market structure. From the 4-hour starting of this move, we can see that every session the candle is forming series of lower high. This is a very important point that we can note down. That means that any break of this series of lower high can give us potential entry opportunities. So 2866.62 or 2867 is a very great level that we can, or 2866.70 is a good level for us to look at potential trading opportunity in this market. So with that being said, okay, so you can see the market here in that area, as this is a resistance line, and with that resistance line, which is a very important level of resistance, and that's a high liquidity, so we might see or may not see the market reaching that far. But what I think that if we see the market reach that far here, that's where will be a good opportunity for us to go short in this market. So this is our potential selling level. Okay, this is our potential sell level, and that's what we are looking at for the market to retest. Okay, that sell level to be retested and then to get a rejection. So this is where you will be waiting, either to retest, break the high and then return, or retest and then coming down here. So this is a sell level. That's what we are looking at in this market. And with that sell level, okay, so if we look at as this is a pretty important level, we will be looking to see the market is retesting that and then dropping down here. So as soon as we will find price action confirmation here, we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. So let's see how far it might be going. Nice bar. So we found our level. This is sell level, not directly after price action confirmation. And as coming up a very important news, before the news or after the news, we might find that opportunity in this market to sell this price. So here we can see the market in that area. This is a very strong resistance line. And in that resistance, what we can see that the market after this retest to again drop here. And we can see the market, in fact, from the zone coming down. And we can see this is a very important level of resistance. And from the resistance, expecting for the price to potentially drop down and then to create a new lower low. Would like to see that how the price might be doing here. And you can see that this is the 1 minute chart. The market slowly after this liquidity grab, it's now we can see that there is a drop here, and with the drop expecting pullback and then to drop again to create a new lower low. And looking for a potential entry. If you guys are excited for this session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also stay fully focused for learning and growing as a trader. So good morning. Can you sell? Coach, you look like AI. Really? Today maybe closed by 1850. I guess need your replay. Good day, welcome. Thank you. Sir, good day. Good morning, coach. Could you please take a look at GBP and ZD? That instrument is pretty high spread on, it's very big swap on it. GBP and ZD, but we can quickly have a look on it. Now you can see that here in this area and in this area on XAUUSD, after this bearish engulfer, what we can see the market in this zone here with this bearish engulfer, the price okay, so this is a bearish price action here with this bearish engulfer, big drop followed by this pullback, and we can see the market potentially dropping again and with that drop, expecting for this price to here to potentially drop and then to continue to trend to the major direction. So we are looking at the 5-minute chart here. We can see a bearish engulfer here, followed by a red doji in that area, and with the doji here we can see the market is big drop, pullback, and we can see the price is trending here. And with the trend, you can see this is a structure here, and that structure is potentially breaking below. And with that break from the structure, you can see the market trending here. And with that trend, okay, so the price is, you can see it's started to break below. And with that breakdown, okay, so you can see the market here with that breakdown is for the market, it is in a good trend. Okay, so you can see from here a big drop, pull back to the resistance, another drop, pull back to the resistance. So the market is basically respecting this resistance here. And because it is respecting this resistance, what we can expect it for the price to potentially penetrate towards the upside here. And with that penetration, so we can expect it to potentially bounce, grab the liquidity, and then to return back again to the support level, which is very important level of support here. Okay, so this is at an important level of support, which is respecting that level, grabbing that liquidity, and then to potentially trending towards the downside here. So let's look at here how the price might be doing. And we'll be waiting for the price to potentially return and to the upside to grab liquidity and then to drop back again to the support level. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying live session, make sure you take notes, and also you can ask any question if you have. Good day, good day. Okay, now we are waiting for that potential entry in this market. As you can see from the lower time frame, the market is in fact in a bearish trend. And with that bearish trend, okay, so you can see the market here in that bearish trend. This is an important level of resistance here. And so once we see the price has given us that suitable entry, we will be looking for that entry in this market. We'll see that how far it might be doing. Based on that, we can look for trading opportunity as soon as we will find that. Looking at the 15 minutes here, you can see the market is approaching that liquidity zone here. And with that liquidity zone, okay, so you can see it's approaching that liquidity zone, and from that liquidity zone, you can see there's a complete breakout at the moment. And that breakout, okay, so you can see it's bouncing back up. And with that bounce, okay, so now here is the market is approaching to the upside, approaching the resistance line here. Okay, now here is, as the market is approaching the resistance from that level, we can expect it for the price to drop again in the downward side. Okay, so our level that again redrawing the levels that we will be looking at for this potential entry here. This is a recent level of resistance that we are looking at, and in that recent level of resistance, okay, so we will be waiting for the market to retest and then to potentially give us an entry opportunity in this market. So you can see the 1 minute chart, again a red bearish candle here, and with that red bearish candle, you guys look at, you can see that this is a, after this bounce, again another rejection in that area, and with that rejection, expecting for the market to potentially trend in that direction to create a new lower low. Okay, so here is what we can see with this long wick candle in that area. With this long wick candle, would like to see that it has enough liquidity grab from the top before it drop again in the direction, and that's where we can see the market in this area with this bounce. Okay, this is a bounce pullback and expecting potentially another bounce here, and once we see the price has moved that level, that's where we can look for entry. At the moment we can see that it's after this initial bounce, we might see that local upside here. So the sum of the liquidity zone here in that area, and with this liquidity zone, okay, so these are the liquidity zone, and with that liquidity zone, with that bounce pullback, expecting for the market to potentially trend to create a new higher high and higher low. Waiting for the market to show its hand. Okay, we can see it's having a bounce here, and that bounce is important because you'd like to see the market is reaching that daily resistance, and after reaching the daily resistance, that's where you will be looking to enter in this market. So here is, you can see it's approaching towards the upside with a momentum. Here you can see the market is this is an important upside here, pullback, and you can see the market is in another trend. Okay, so it's approaching that level, which is very important to look at. And with this bounce, we can see the market is potentially moving up. So waiting for the market to as you can see, it's having a jump, which is basically approaching the daily resistance as well as 4-hour level. Now this is a very overextended to the downside, and anytime what I think that we might see even a possible change of trend possible, because if you guys look at it, you can see the price is well below the daily 20 EMA. So as the price is well below the daily 20 EMA, we can see this is a level here where there is a liquidity zone. And if we look at the 4-hour here, you can see this is a very important doji here. And with the doji, okay, so you can see this is a very important doji and an important support here, and also resistance here, a liquidity zone here. And with that level, you can see the market in that area having a bounce. Okay, so therefore with that bounce, expecting for the market to potentially moving back up. And this is the 1-hour chart here, where it is potentially forming an inverted head and shoulder. Now this inverted head and shoulder could even lead the price to change the trend. Now because if you look at the overall picture, the market already overextended. If you look at the weekly here, it's below the weekly level. This is what exactly expected in our weekly forex forecast. Probably you guys have seen that. Now at the moment, let's see what it is trying to do here. And I think that it might be forming a potential inverted head and shoulder. There is a 1-hour 20 EMA is here. So let's try to find a potential entry in that area. This is the 1-hour 20 EMA zone, and also this is the nearest level of resistance here. In the first move, expecting 4-hour level to be broken. Now there are two probable scenarios could happen, is that the market retested the 4-hour resistance and is still bouncing back to the upside, or after a break of this high again dropping to the 4-hour support level. I think it may directly not go. What we could see that break of this high, return back down, and then potentially change of trend. So we'll be waiting to see what is going to happen in this movement, which is absolutely important to look at. So let's look at now what kind of trading opportunity we have in this market. At the moment, we can see the market trend is here, a move pullback, another move pullback. So the market trend is up at the moment, and with that uptrend want to see that it's moving in the major direction. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Waiting for a better setup. Okay, we can see here, you can see after this move. Okay, so this is the move, pullback, and we may see that it's in another move towards the upside. Okay, so with that move, pullback, and it might bounce back up again to create a new higher high. So we'd like to see that it's trending to the upside. Here it forms a structure which basically may try to drop here, grab the liquidity, and then bouncing back up. So here it is still bullish in that area, and because it is bullish, okay, so would like to see that the market is coming down here to the liquidity zone after grabbing the liquidity, expecting it to bounce back up again to create a new higher high. Okay, now after multiple long week candle here, the market is potentially coming down, and this is what I'm expecting for the price to come down for a deeper pullback. And once we see the market in a deeper pullback, then we can look for that entry in this market. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure like the stream. Well done. So you can see from this level there is a rejection, but still as I mentioned before, anytime we could see, because it's a very strongly downtrend, the market will keep trying to drop to the support. But at the same time, 1 hour price action, you can see the 1 hour, this is 1 hour support here, and from that 1 hour support, okay, from that 1 hour support, 30 minutes, also a bull candle, and wanting to see that the market is having an upside bias here. Okay, getting the rejection that we expected, but in the 1 hour here. So you can see that long wick candle, and it might come down to fill that long wick. And with that one here, getting a rejection, as you can see from the 1 minute. Now the question is it getting again bounce? Let's look at here. Yeah, I think there is a probability for a potential upside here. So I'm going to place a buy stop here in that area. Stop loss below all of this low. So buy stop at 2863.13, targeting to that level, to that resistance line, to 2866. So placing a buy stop on XAUUSD, pending order 2863.139, stop loss at 2859.723, and TP target at 2866.819. And that's a buy stop placed on XAUUSD, expecting to have a trigger here. So in this trade, around 35 pip stop loss, 35 pip stop loss, and waiting to get triggered. So I've got triggered. In the meantime, my trade is active. As soon as I place the pending order, it's active now. So you can see here, okay, so we are on the trade on XAUUSD currently, and it's a buy stop, active trade at the moment. So active trade on XAUUSD. We see that it's a buy stop, and with that buy stop, expecting for the market to potentially trend. So here, expecting a bounce on this market to the resistance line. This market is potentially having some upside here. The USD trade, let's get some pip here. and would like to see that it's having a move here, and there's a doji, but I think that we might see move, but at the same time also probability. But yeah, the price action is still bullish. Price action is still bullish, and if you guys enjoying the ride session, make sure that pay full attention for learning and growing as a trader. So we are up on that couple of pips. So you can see the market is showing that move here. So I'm okay. Now what we can see here with this couple of doji formation, there is a long wick. Want to see that it's getting that rejection here. Okay, so we can see a bull move that we can expect. And with this bullish move, which is moving in the direction, it's good for us to see. And yeah, we can see that a movement expecting for the market to remain bullish. Okay, so you can see a pretty strong move here up on this, and let's catch that this trade. um there is a doji. Want to see that it's having a pretty strong bounce here. Okay guys, so we can see the market is with this doji formation. Want to see that it's getting um a bullish trend here. So we are waiting. You can see the doji and want to see that it's getting an upside here. So the last moment we see some rejection coming up, but I would like to see still the market is potentially trending to the major direction. So here let's look at 30 minutes. Also we can see that in this 30 minutes price action there is a doji. The candle is closing and we see that there is a rejection which is which might lead that some downward pressure here. So let's wait for the market first to again to move up for a pullback. If we see that the market is showing bearish, we might be able to close at entry or break even. Okay, so it's having an upside here, and with that upside, looking at the market to potentially bounce, to see that if we see enough bounce, only in that case we will be entering. Otherwise we are near at entry, and if we see there is a probability for another drop, we might be closing at entry, and then we will be re-entering once we see price action confirmation. And at the moment it's in a crucial level. Here is having a bounce. Okay, so we can see an improvement in price action, and so we what we could see that a potential upside here. Now Okay, so there is a gap open. The market is in a little bit in the profit area. So let's see if we entering running, or we will be looking at. So far it's showing bullish. We are still running. Want to see that it's having an upside here. Okay, we can see that bull move, and the market grab liquidity here, expecting an upside. Let's wait to see what's happening. As we see a 20 MA retest. Okay, rejection is not a good idea. Let's see if it is bouncing, because the market is at our entry, and do you want to see that it's breaking again. 30 minutes here, nearing to, come on, it's got a rejection, but it's still near to the entry. 30 minutes. Market has 4-hour level. It's not a good idea to break below. Might see again potential rejection. There has been a rejection from the top, and some visual rejection. So this is an unusual drop, but let's wait to see where the market might be heading to. And so look at the 4 hour. It's a pretty messy drop, but let's wait to see how the market is reacting in that area, as price on the support level. Still there is a probability for another upside here. So still on the trade, but might not last longer. We are out with the trade. So that's a messy drop from the resistance line. So you have seen that a complete breakdown here. So you're on this one, 35 pip. So we'll be looking to see the next trade to get it back. So here we are minus 35 pip. Let's look at to see what's happening, how the market is doing here. If we look at, this is a very strong bearish move, and with that bearish move, like to see where it is heading. So Okay, so here we can see that there is some upside potentially, but I think it may still remain bearish. Now you can see some kind of rejection. Okay, now in this area here, what you can see, the market form narrow candlestick pattern, and as the price action is closing, we could see that this is a resistance here, liquidity gap, expecting it to drop again to this support level here where there is a high liquidity. And in that area you can see it's a bearish candle, so any pullback can give us that potential selling opportunity in this market. So here, as you can see, the price is after this doji formation. What you can expect is for the market to come back down here to create a new lower low. So an upside here, forming potential doji in that area. We can see there is a doji, and okay, so I will be selling here again, stop loss above this high TP target to that level. This is a random selling opportunity, only 18 pips stop loss here in that market. And as you can see here, a quick move, so I'm going to open the sell here with this faster move, so start to drop. We'll try to catch this move here, as the market moving very fast here. We'll be catching a couple of pips possibly, as it's coming to that liquidity zone here. So you can see that this is a liquidity zone, and in the liquidity zone, coming down, TP target is at 2856.18. Some downside here. I know this is a very short move after the previous trade, but that can give us some gain here. Okay, so looking at the 5 minutes again, big bearish candle. Want to see one more drop, and the price action is still bearish, so we still can expect a downward pressure. Okay, so this 1 minute candle. Okay, so we can see some rejection again coming up, which is good to see that it's coming back again. We'll try to catch a couple of pips here. If this doji not being able to stronger, the next one could be down, but would like to see a long wick here. Okay, so we see some downside pressure, which is good to see that the market is coming down. And what you can see, it's dropping, guys, in the direction. Like to see that one more downward pressure, and with that, come on, don't try to reverse. We need to see that drop here. And if this is a 5 minutes, like to see this one also bearish. Okay, so nearly there. Taking it off, closing it down, because it might just try to again bounce from here. It's very near. I'm out with the trade, either whatever the situation I got. The moment when I close it just at entry, so I'm out of the trade in that trade. So it's a very quick trade, and this is a try to recover. Let's wait for the market again to go for a pullback here. For this move, we will be expecting a pullback, and then we can look for further entry opportunity. At the moment, it's pushing up for a pullback, so that pullback might lead that price back to the level and then dropping down again. And here is what we can see, that this market, looking at the lower time frame, this is the 1 minute chart. Okay, and so you can see from here it's pushing up, and that might lead the price back to the upside potentially. So it's now in a pullback. It's in a pullback. So you can see from here it's potentially trending like that, and want to see that it's potentially trending. A big bear candle, and with that big bear candle, expecting for the market here to potentially it's now in a pullback here, right, guys? So you can see that the market, this is the 1 minute chart again. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. And this is a very strong drop here at the moment in that area. And with that drop, what we can see after this, that massive drop here, expecting expecting a pullback and then to getting a rejection here. So with that being said, now here locally having an upside. The way the market has dropped, we might see that it's been bouncing again to the upside here. Would like to see that it's potentially moving up here. A very strong liquidity grab, and if we look at the daily, we can see that this is a daily bearish candle, and in the daily bearish candle we can expect for the market to drop here. Doji formation, and with that doji, okay, so we can see that this is a series of lower high here in that market, and let's find out that where we can find that potentially a reversal. Here the price action is still bearish. So you can see here it's the 1 minute chart, a bearish engulfer in that area. It's got a bearish rejection. So bearish rejection here, and Pretty smart drop. Pretty smart drop here. Okay, so complete downward pressure in that area in this market at the moment. And if we look at the 15 minutes, also you can see that bearish move. Welcome, number. Well done. Inverted head and shoulder. Yeah, that's you can see that the market is in a downtrend at the moment because of the that inverted head and shoulder that you can see. Here is the um, head and shoulder here, and then breakdown. So which is basically uh, trending in the major direction here. So if we look at here, this is the 1 minute chart, and from this resistance, a big drop, pullback, and then drop again. So that is where we can see the market is now trying to potentially revert back to the upside here. Now from this level here, from this resistance line, the market has dropped, having a pullback, and we may see the price again coming down here to the support level. Let's see where it is heading to. Now after break of this low, it's on a pullback. Because it's a bear market, we could see that the market is in a downtrend here. Okay, so and this is the 1 minute chart. Like to see that it's moving up to the resistance, grabbing the liquidity, and then dropping back down. So here we can see some improvement. Let's see what the market is trying to do. 4-hour time frame, we can see that it's a pretty massive bearish market. Couple of days we saw the drop down, finally a long bearish price action here. With the price action, expecting for this market to potentially to drop down here to create a new lower low. So with that in mind, let's find out there where the market is heading. So we see back to back two important doji formation here. So it's crucially important to say that the market is still maintaining bearish. I think the price still may continue to drop, as this is a massively bear market. So here we can see that move, and with that move expecting for the market here having an upside. 4 hour time frame has been a massive drop here in that area, and from that resistance line, as the market is, it's the 1 hour chart, a red bearish engulfer, resistance, support, bearish engulfer here, and with that bearish engulfer, doji, expecting for the market to potentially break out and then to revert back down again. So you can see it's there is a movement here. It may even just keep pushing back to the upside again. This is a breakup structure. Now after this breakup structure, the market may continue to rise to the resistance line, and that is where lower time frame price action is potentially bullish here. 1 minute chart, a big bounce here. And from here, with this impulse correction, and we might see that inverted head and shoulder, and then to bounce back up to the resistance line. We might see that potentially inverted head and shoulder formation, or drop again. Okay, guys, so you can see the market on Euro USD as well. There is a primary bounce here on Euro dollar, and with that primary bounce, this is a very important level of support here. There is a significant bounce, that bounce expecting for this market to potentially trend to the upside, and it might move back up to that liquidity zone here where there is a high liquidity. You can expect for the market in that area. What do you see? That this is the 1 hour chart. There is an inverted head and shoulder formation, and euro dollar may reverse here. If we look at the daily here, you can see that from this support level there is getting a rejection, and we might see that euro dollar is having a potential reversal pattern formation in that area. So based on that, any trade coming later, we will be looking for entry. At the moment, we can see the market is in a transition. We might see that on XAUUSD because it's weekend. If we look at the weekly price action, we can see the market already has broken the weekly low. The price action is still short-term bearish, but we may see that after a retest, the market to again um, gain momentum. So any update also I'll be posting on the channel as last day of trading week. Would like to see that later, maybe at the end of the session, session, we might see potential movement. And also coming up in just matter of 25 minutes, let's look at this calendar, which is coming in 25 minutes. CAD and dollar course price index. We will be looking to see if the market is behaving differently with the data, because what I think, let's delete all of this and we'll try to catch some peep there, guys. Stay tuned for that. So you can see that this is the daily, 4 hour and daily price action, and the market, because it's a very long term bull market, okay, XAUUSD, and we can see it's now on the well below that support level. If we take the Fibonacci from here, starting of the move to the end of the move, and it's approaching that minimum Fibonacci level to the 38.2% Fibonacci level, okay, so which is very important Fibonacci level. And as the market approaching that Fibonacci level, like say USD, and with that Fibonacci pullback, okay, so what we can see in that market from this support, a big impulse to the upside, and with that impulse, okay, with that impulse, taking the Fibonacci pullback from starting of the move to the end of the move, we can see the market is approaching the 38.2% Fibonacci level. And because the market is approaching the 38.2% Fibonacci level, what we can see that this price is, this is an important level of resistance here, which is turning support here. And with that weekly movement, as this market is approaching that level where there is a high liquidity, okay, so this is where you can see the market is on a resistance level, okay, so which is turning support here, resistance, turning support on XAUUSD from the weekly. And if we look at the daily, where this is the daily move here from this level, from this resistance, a very strong daily drop, and with that daily drop here, okay, now the market is approaching that daily. Let's look at the lower time frame, look at the 15-minute chart here, and with that lower time frame, the 30 minutes, 1 hour chart, here is what we can see, that this market is with this long bearish engulfer, moving up for a pullback, expecting for the market to trend in that direction to create a new lower low. So here is a short-term bounce here we can see, and as head left shoulder and the right shoulder here, as it is an inverted head and shoulder. Now there are two probable scenarios. One is to the market still to continue to rise to the upside to 1 hour 20 EMA. Look at the 1 minute chart here, and okay, so head left shoulder and the right shoulder. And with that inverted head and shoulder, wanting to see the market is potentially having a bounce here. Inverted head and shoulder, approaching that level where so this is a very important level of resistance. A more pullback. Now here this is a support, getting a rejection, so that means that the bias could be towards the upside at the moment. Bullish price action potentially, it might lead that back to that resistance line. As news is coming before the news, expecting a potentially bullish move to the resistance line. Now here would like to see before the news, we would like to look for entry for short term. Buy stop putting at 2860.68, stop loss below this low for this short term potential upside here. If the market managed to bounce, we are on the trade. Long pending order at 2860.689, stop at 2857.678, TP at 2862.816. Minimum risk. Placed a pending order at 2860.689, stop loss at 2857.678, TP target to 862.816. That could be here for this market. Pending order placed at, so you'll be targeting here. So if it is bouncing, the trade is active before the news, 21 pip. We have 15 minutes for the news. Let's see if the market get triggered. We'll be entering or we will be waiting. I think we might get a trigger here. Right, so we are nearing to the entry. Price action is bullish. Okay, so nearing to trigger, expecting a bounce. Okay, so you got triggered. The trade is triggered. The trade is active here on XAUUSD, and want to see a move. Okay, guys. So which is active here? Expecting couple of pips upside here. So bullish bias waiting for the market to potentially move back to the resistance line, but there's a high liquidity. So the bias to the upside. Right, guys. So we want to win that one here. Um, waiting for the market to potentially bounce to the upside, and it's almost reached that important liquidity zone. If we look at the 15 minutes here, you can see there is a 15 minutes candle, and come on, wanna see that bounce. with this doji. Would like to see that this is a liquidity grab. Market is, so here is an upside bias. Okay, come on. So we are having 10 minutes before the news. Kind of volatile situation. Very long rejection. This is a huge liquidity grab here from the 1 minute perspective. Is the data coming? You're expecting potential upside. Today's market looks very unusual here. 1 hour chart, we can see that that's a very long rejection. 4 hour, it's a very unusual bounce here. And it's got almost to the support level. It's a massive drop here. So so we had 3 trades, so 2 of them and the other one was, so as before the news, the market in fact let's wait for the news to data to come up, and then once we see the price has restructures, we can see what we can expect from the market. So here it just has got a liquidity grab, and then um, you see that it's now getting a bounce before the data. It just has come back below the support level. So and then having a rejection. The only thing that uh, for us is forced to wait for the market to show its hand. Um, yeah, so yeah, yeah, the data is coming in 6 minutes time. Data is coming in 6 minutes time, and let's wait for the 1 minute chart, 1 hour chart. Complete rejection from the top. That's a complete break from the structure, you can see. Now 4 minutes before the news, if we look at the daily, the market again retested the daily support again, and with that daily support retest, we can see the price is having heading to that liquidity zone. This is a very important liquidity zone here, and from that liquidity zone, what we can expect for the market to come back here to the support level and then to create a new lower low, waiting for the price to potentially come back here to this liquidity zone. There are quite a few candle formation here in that area. Waiting for the 3 minutes for the data to come up. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Waiting for the market to show its hand. One more minutes for before the data to come up. And from the support, so what's the outcome here? Look at the calendar, 0.3% on the dollar core PC price index, but CAD got a little bit of weaker, so we might see that dollar CAD having a move. Dollar CAD has got a downside, but XAUUSD didn't move much. It's still bearish. It's in the downward pressure. The trend is down, so you can see the market is still bearish on XAUUSD. After this long week candle is breaking below, the market is still maintaining that bearish market structure. So we can see that the price action is still bearish. We will be waiting for a little break from this structure. I think that the market, you can see with this head and shoulder, we could see that trend continuation. Daily price action is almost to the daily support level the price at. Okay, now with that being said, guys, this is the support level here. And with the support, the market is in a downtrend. We'll be waiting for that potential price action confirmation once we see that. So we'll be looking for entry as soon as we will find that opportunity in this market. So with that being said, we'll be waiting for further entry. I'm almost at the end of the session. It was a great session with all of you guys. It's almost an end of the week. Next week, new trading week, NFP week. Would like to have a big week coming up, and I hope that you guys also will be there trading live together again. In the next, what tool are you using? Can't find. All the tools that we are using, it's on the academy. If you are on the academy, you should be able to get access to that. At the moment, you can see that the market breaking below. Will be waiting for suitable entry again. Once we find that, a lot of liquidity is above. Yeah, that's what's happening. So I'll see you guys again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.